You don't need to be a trained chef with fancy tools and ingredients to make great food. I'm a third-generation turkey farmer, and I've been cooking my whole life. Whether it's cooking for friends over a fire in the backyard, or simply throwing something together for the wife and kids, I've picked up some tips and tricks along the way to make good food great. I want to share those with you and take the fear out of cooking.
Hey everyone, I'm Eric. Welcome back to the Chubby Farmer, where I take the fear out of cooking. Today I'm joined by my daughter Esty Rose, and we are making leftovers.
Yes.
So, yeah, are you excited?
Yeah.
Yeah. One of the best parts about roasting a whole turkey is what you can do with the leftovers. So, making a roast turkey is good in itself. We've done that before, we're going to do it again. But the leftovers are what I look forward to. So today we're going to be making chicken enchiladas. Now, if you can get your hands on a community cookbook, do it. These things are full of gold. Find them at thrift shops. You can find them at churches. You can find them all over the place. So that's where we're taking today's recipe, chicken enchiladas. First of all, we're going to brown up our onions.
Yeah.
So let's turn this on. Okay, toss that in. See, let's let that melt a little bit. Look at that. Break it up so it melts a little faster. So this recipe calls for a medium onion, but this onion came straight out of our garden and it is potent. So it's a little bit smaller than a medium onion, but I think it'll do the trick. You want to dump that in there, Esty? Turn this down just a touch. Okay, toss that in. Good job. Here, let's get all that out of there. Good. So all we're going to do here is soften up these onions. This is kind of a lazy man's casserole. They call it enchiladas.
Now what are we going to do?
We're going to let that brown up.
Okay.
Give it a couple of minutes, and then you can start adding the other things, okay?
Yeah.
Do, 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 do. Ba-na-na-na-na-na. Once they've gotten a little bit translucent, we are going to add 1 can of cream of chicken soup. Did you want to dump that in there?
Yes.
Okay,
Please.
dump that in. Perfect. And 1 can of cream of mushroom soup. I'll let you dump that in while I scrape this one out.
Please.
You might have to give it a little shake. Sometimes it gets stuck in there, not too. Yeah. Let's see. Maybe I'll get in there with a spoon. That cream of mushroom soup is sticky. Okay, once that's in, then we're going to add 1 cup of, it calls for chicken broth, and now I didn't have chicken broth, and this is something I really want to enforce. Whoop, careful, as we go through these recipes. You can substitute things all the time. You don't have chicken broth? Use beef broth. That's what I've got today. It will change the flavor a little bit, but not so much that it's going to ruin your dish. So, Esty, you can pour that in. I'm going to turn this, yep. Yep, pour, here, take this out. I'll give it a little stir just to mix it. Okay, now pour that in. Whoa! Whew. You don't mess around. I like it. Okay, let's incorporate this. While it heats, I'm going to just stir it so it gets nice and mixed up. Stir, stir, stir. So what I've done, after I cooked our turkey and we had a delicious turkey, full turkey dinner, mashed potatoes, picked all the meat off the carcass. Once it cooled down, it's really easy to get all the meat off the bones. I chopped it up into a little smaller than bite-sized pieces. So what you're going to want for this recipe is 2 to 3 cups of chopped up turkey. Yeah. You can use any kind of chopped up white meat, so like chopped chicken.
I do it, Dad?
Yeah, you can. Just give me a second to stir this a little bit more. Okay, dump that in. Be careful, dump it slow. Well, maybe I'll give you a hand here, yeah. Whoa, good. Oh, a little more here, I'll do the rest. Good, now we're gonna stir that all together. And you want to dump that in. So the recipe calls for a can of green chilies. Yep. These are jalapenos and carrots that I pickled myself out of my garden.
Jalapenos?
So you can kind
I
of...
hate them.
You hate them. So kids don't like spice typically. My kids like a little bit. So add these to taste. These ones are fairly hot, so I'm only adding about a tablespoon. So you can dump those in.
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay, let's see. Let's scrape that out too. So because your turkey is cooked already, all you really need to do is heat this up and incorporate it nicely. So we're just gonna stir that up until it heats through. Now, once your mixture is all heated up, all we're gonna do is create layers. So you wanna get yourself a bag of regular tortilla chips, and the first layer is gonna be tortilla chips. So put tortilla chips all in the bottom of this casserole pan, or this baking dish. Yep, grab a handful, spread them out. Okay, spread those out. I just wanna cover the bottom, maybe a couple more. Next, you're gonna put a layer of your
Cheese.
mixture, and then we're gonna put cheese on top of it.
Yes.
So just slap that in. This is all gonna bake together. These chips are gonna soften up. I think we'll have enough for about 2 layers, which should be just fine. Need a bigger ladle. This isn't going in fast enough. Yep, okay. Now we're gonna cover this with matzo. I shredded about 3/4 of a block, 700 gram block of matzo. So let's, yeah, it's matzo cheese. So cover the top, nice layer. We're gonna try to do 3 layers of the matzo because our top, actually no, this will work out perfectly. 2 layers. So we'll use about half our cheese for the first layer. Half our cheese for the first layer. Okay, a little more. Good. Now we'll do chips again. And spread them out.
Now we're gonna do that again.
You got it.
And then this again.
Yeah, you got it. You're a good helper. You want to eat one? Try them. It's really good. Pretty good. Okay, pour the rest of this on here.
I don't think you can spread that.
I'm gonna try. Doesn't have to be perfect because it's all.
Hands?
Maybe I'll use the spoon to spread it. What do you think? Yeah. So, super simple recipe. Really easy. Nothing complicated. Spread that out. Okay, let's put the rest of this cheese on.
Oh, sorry. I don't think you're in here.
Okay, let's put the rest of this cheese on.
Dun.
You want to pull it out of the bowl? Yep, spread that around. Don't be too violent. Dig. Good.
I want to spread it.
Yep. I'll spread this side, you spread that side. So there you go. Now you're going to throw this in a 350-degree oven. It'll take 45 minutes to an hour. You want that cheese to brown up on top and those chips to soften up a little bit. And we'll check it in about 45 minutes. All right, we've had this in for about 45 minutes. The top is beautifully golden brown and it's bubbling on the edges, and we're gonna give it a taste. Ooh, that looks good. Nice and crispy cheese. All right, now you can add whatever you like to this. I like to add extra jalapenos, but for this taste test, because Esti's joining me, you wanna taste it, Esti?
What on earth?
Should I go first? Okay. That is, that's hot. It's so good. You sure you don't want to try it?
No.
Okay.
I can subscribe for more.